continue the attack when you sacrifice a piece.
Yes.
Because when you sacrifice a piece, you are making a commitment. You are openly telling your opponent, then I have sacrificed a piece, and now get ready to face the attack.
Yes.
But your attack should be continuous and very straightforward without any taking time.
Mm.
Otherwise, your opponent will be able to consolidate and you will face problem because you already sacrificed one piece. So now we will see how to continue the attack, especially in the opening. So you played e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, knight f6, bishop c4, bishop c5, d3, castles. Okay, so now you waited for the castling and you pin the knight, which is good. So h4, now h4. Okay, now g5. So now is the time when you can sacrifice your knight for the 2 pawns and open up g file and the h file. So you did knight capture on g5, h capture on g5, bishop capture on g5. So okay, so now is the time that this knight is already pinned because of this queen, and this bishop is controlling this diagonal. And you sacrifice your knight for these 2 pawns on g file, h file. So now let's see how to continue this. Your opponent played d5. So your opponent tried to close off this diagonal and try to attack both of this piece. Now you have to think how to continue. Now is the time for thinking. If you are playing as white, which move you will play?
Capture with my pawn.
Capturing with a pawn is not strong. You capture with your pawn, you are already blocking your bishop with your own pawn.
Acha. Okay.
Capture
But if I,
this pawn is
yeah,
your bishop.
but if I capture with my bishop, okay. So only piece defending that is that f6 knight, knight on f6 and the queen, right? On
On
d5.
f6 can't move, that you have to remember.
Yes.
So
Okay.
and we have learned that when you pin a piece, you should try putting pressure on that piece.
Okay.
Now, after sacrificing your knight, your target should be whatever move you do, the objective should be increasing the pressure on this knight on f6. So if you want to capture this pawn, it should be captured in such a way so that you put more pressure on this knight.
So in that case, I should capture with my knight, knight on c3.
Now, knight capture on d5 is the best move.
Because you're putting pressure on this knight, f6, and bishop also attacking. It has to move. And if that captures, I'll capture the queen.
Yes.
Okay. And of course,
Na-
knight can't capture my bishop also.
yes.
Acha, acha. I was thinking about that queen only. Okay.
Now there is no way black can save his knight.
Yes.
This knight is gone.
Yes.
So now you think any move that black can play, the next move will be either knight capture on f6 or bishop capture on f6, anything depend on what black plays. And now you have already three pieces in the center. Your queen can easily enter at any time. You can castle on this side and your attack is very, very strong.
Yeah, here one small doubt. My
Yes.
castling should be on the left side, right? Once that queen moves.
In this position, castling on the queen side is better because g file and h file are already open.
Okay.
can make use of this G file and H file for your rooks.
Okay, that pawn and rooks I can make use of.
Yes.
Okay, right.
So,
Just
so,
every time I get a big doubt, like where should I castle? Like, Okay.
yeah. So now suppose if your opponent plays bishop e6 to attack your knight, what you will do?
I'll capture that with my knight. What
But
should I do? Wait.
you should calculate before making a decision.
Yeah. So I capture that knight with my knight. Knight draws. Knight captures on f6. It's a check.
Okay, knight capture on f6, check.
It's a check.
Now where the king will move?
King can go to 3 places available. 1, 2, and 3. We go to h8, g7. 2 places only. It can't come here. Only 2 places are available for the king.
Okay, so now if you are playing as white, you need to calculate and think how to continue your attack before your opponent moves. So first think of king h8. What will you do if black plays king h8?
Place h8. Bring my queen also into the attack, no?
You have to calculate exactly and then think how to bring.
Okay. Mm, Nobody is attacking. My queen can come there. Okay. Let's check. The king comes to h8. I know my queen. Queen h5. Check.
And then where the king will go?
So that h file is taken care of. Only one place. g7.
Okay, then.
If it comes to g7, mm, I'll bring my queen to h7. Check. g7, h7, check. g7, no, it comes. It's coming here, it will come here. The king is on g7, no?
Yes.
7. So what I will do, bring my queen to h7.
Then.
What's happening? Mm, that king will capture this knight and it can't capture that knight. My bishop is there. Where the king can't capture my queen because my knight is there. It can go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a checkmate. 1 second. Queen comes here. Queen here. Here. It comes here. Okay. My queen comes to h7. Is anybody attacking? No. No. It can capture this. It can come here. Come here. Yes. So first move is king h8.
Okay.
Okay. So my queen h5.
Queen h5 check.
Check. Mm,
Now.
Okay, the king g7. 7. No, I paused because I was just thinking again, can it go back to 7 or 8? Okay. Now queen on h7. Checkmate.
Yes.
Because it can't capture because my knight is there. You can't capture my knight because this bishop is there. And of course those two by my queen. Okay, so this is how I should have played, right?
Yes.
Arere. Less than 10 minutes I would have won the game.
All the pieces are on the board and you checkmated your opponent king.
Yes, exactly. This was a very different kind of game, no?
Yes, and even you did not castle, neither of your rook moved, only your queen, knight to bishop are, even this bishop did not do anything. This knight, this bishop, and this queen is able to checkmate.
Able to checkmate. Yes.
So
This is a wonderful game, I will say.
now,
Yes, capture, no? Sorry.
yes, yes.
So the beginning position when that pawn moved, no? And you taught me that you should not capture with the pawn, you capture with the knight, no?
Yeah, that is
Yes.
the important
That
thing.
is the lesson. What happened?
So, yeah, that is one of the important thing you have to remember when you sacrifice your knight on g5 and then you capture two pawns with your bishop and pin your opponent knight. You should
Mm.
try to make your knight reach on d5.
Okay.
Your knight should be on d5 because your knight will be attacking your opponent knight from this d5 square.
Yes.
So even if your opponent is not playing d5, your knight should go to d5.
Even if what happened?
Now after this move, your opponent plays d5.
Okay.
Suppose if he is not playing d5, then also you should play knight d5.
Acha. Okay. Then I can play safely this. And in fact, this queen capture and all this calculation was making me all confusing, no? Okay.
So now not knight d5, it will be attacking this knight on f6.
Yes.
And now same idea work. In the next move, your knight should capture on f6.
Yes.
And wherever the king moves, then you bring your queen.
The queen. Yes.
So
This is a very good game of what do you say? Open diagonals, no?
yes. So
Right.
in this, you have to remember two things. First, your knight should be on d5.
Okay.
Second, you have to capture this f6 knights with your knight, not with your bishop.
Yes.
And then
Hmm.
bring your queen out.
Yes.
When
Okay.
you bring your queen out, either it will be checkmate or you will win so much material, and then everything is exchanged. You can castle on this side.
Hmm.
This is the one position. So now we were seeing that if king goes to h8, then we will play queen h5 check and then it will result into a checkmate.
Hmm.
Now the second option you have to calculate what will happen if king goes to g7. What will you do? Will you play if king goes to g7, not h8? These are some of the very critical moments where you have to calculate exactly really well. Otherwise, there is no point in sacrificing.
Yeah. The king can't capture my knight because the bishop is there. It's not g. Okay, because this is there. Okay. So capture the bishop. I lose my bishop here. Exchange. Exchange of bishop is not. My queen comes out to f3. What is happening? 3. Queen comes there. Queen comes here. Even then I'll bring my queen out, no? Or I want to save my bishop first. My bishop, it's an exchange only. Even if that bishop won't just gone, then that queen comes. Oh, oh, oh. First I'll save my bishop.
Which bishop?
This on c4.
Are you losing your bishop?
Losing no exchange, I'll call it.
When you have started your attack, you should not worry about small things.
Okay.
You should worry about how to continue your attack and checkmate your opponent king.
Okay. In the same thing, I bring my queen out.
So if opponent plays king g7, now we are thinking.
Yes.
Very important moment for you to find the right move.
Bring my queen to h5.
Okay, let's see. You
Is
play,
there any other move I'm thinking?
of course, there is. There is one move that is very straightforward, simple, and gives you huge advantage. So it's similar like winning the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now is the time you have to remember all the tactics that we have learned in now.
I can give check again. My knight. Knight on h5.
Then,
Knight to h5. h5. 1, 2, 3. And check.
and then,
The king can come one step again further. The king can come there. It comes 1, 2, 3. So king can come to how many options are there? No, just check. King can come to g6, then h7 or back, last rank, g8, h8.
Yeah, what will you do if king comes to g6, for example?
G6 to G6. Mm, With the bishop, I'll take the queen.
Yes, that is the move.
Yeah, I was thinking one more thing, like of course, if that's correct, it's tukka laga diya 1, 2, 3. This queen is here, no, on my D1, right?
Yes.
And my rook is here on H5. Okay, comes here. Okay, I take the from the bishop, I capture the queen. Okay, right.
So
Yeah.
in this you play knight h5 check.
Okay.
Now you are giving a check, at the same time discovered attack on the opponent queen.
Yes.
Now the black has to save his king. Now if black goes there, no need to worry, just simply capture the queen.
Yes. And I can't capture the knight because my queen is there. Yes. That's it.
Okay, now let's continue and see how you can finish. So if rook capture on d8, now what will you do? We are just learning how to keep attacking and finish your opponent game. And one of the important point when attacking is not giving any chance to your opponent.
Okay. So come here, it will attack this one. So let's check this. Mm, First is I'll make my queen. I'll move and castle. Is that important or the attack continuation is important now?
Attack continuation is of course important, but of course you have to think of your king's safety, but you can't do any slow moves. When you are attacking, you have to keep attacking. Also keep thinking about your king's safety. So it has to be in a balanced way. And you have to follow all of those principles of opening that way, or opening, or in general principle what to do when you have more number of pieces and all those things.
In one of the lessons said that we are activating the rook and all. Suppose that pawn is there on F7, no? F7 pawn.
Okay.
Like once, supposing I don't want to activate that rook at all. One of the okay, yes, I will move the queen. Start with the queen. F3. Queen F3.
Queen f3. What is the objective of queen f3?
And then next move I will come to G3. He'll check.
And if you come to g3, then king capture on h5.
Capture F5. 3.
Because your queen was no longer on that diagonal. You go to g5.
Oh. After my g3, queen on g3, f3, next move will be castling.
Okay, so but if you do the castling, it's a bit slow. Your attack should be creating continuous threat, not giving any breathing chance to your opponent.
Okay.
So for example, if I am playing as by white, my plan is I want my queen to reach on g4 square, give check at the same time defending my knight.
Yes.
But for now, I am not able to do this because this bishop is controlling
Bishop
this
is
square.
there. Yes.
So what I will do is I will just remove this bishop.
Okay.
And one,
Here only I was thinking, no, my question was that pawn and that rook gets activated. No, that's okay. Huh? Okay, continue. Sorry for interruption.
yes.
Yes.
So because of I want to move my queen there and this bishop is controlling this square. And
Hmm.
also I already captured my opponent queen. I have more number of pieces. So why not keep exchanging because in the end I will be left with extra pieces.
Okay.
So I capture this bishop and now this pawn can only capture and when this pawn captures I will bring my queen g4.
Yes. Okay.
Now my queen is already controlling g5, my knight is already there and now I am ready to castle without wasting a move.
Hmm.
Because
So
I
shouldn't think twice before capturing of that bishop. Okay.
what?
That capture of that bishop, no, I shouldn't be worried like I'm activating the rook and all such things, right?
No, this rook will not do anything because your king will be on c1 after castle.
Okay.
And he has to worry about his king first, then
Yes, king.
doing anything on f2.
Okay.
Now let's see what he can do. So now suppose so there are many things. We will see all of them one by one because this is very important game and position which we need to learn most. So if king goes to h7, what will you do? And this is the first round we are seeing all the moves. And when we finished, when we checkmate the opponent king, then I will ask you again since the beginning.
Okay.
So you need to grasp the concept very carefully how to attack and continue your attack.
My queen comes to g7 check. What is happening? Queen g7 check. Knight is here, so it can't capture. Yes. Queen g7 check.
Is it a check or checkmate that you have to find?
Let us see. Queen g7. King is knight is there, so it can't capture. Check. It's a checkmate.
Yes. So if king goes to h7, it is game over in next move.
Yes, so the capture of bishop was so important.
Yes,
Yes.
you are removing one of the defender of this g4 square
Yes.
so that
So
you're
my queen to
able to enter.
yes. And without castling we finished the game. Like I'm not worried about this. Of course it went dead later on in the game. Okay.
So now if your opponent is not careful, then game will finish very quickly.
Mhm.
So after this check, we saw that if king goes to h7, it is next move checkmate.
Yes.
Okay, now suppose if your opponent goes uh, h5. Now what will you do?
I can give check from G6. G6. One face to face, one of the game is we learn, no? The king, but if it captures, no. So what I should do is check this. Now we are not able to give checkmate.
Yeah, no problem, but you have to continue the game and try to keep improving your position.
Okay. First is that castling part will finish. White will do castling.
Okay. Now suppose if your opponent plays rook capture on f2.
Which one shall I bring? Rook on d1 to f1.
Okay. Now if you're
Instead of this, of course, hold on. This
yeah.
queen can go there and give check. Queen on e6. Check. But it will capture my knight. So it's better that I can save that knight and bring this rook. Okay.
So sometimes you can do this also. For example, to make this opponent king more open, you can sacrifice your one more knight and then play g4 check.
Okay. My queen is there. That's it. Okay.
Now this king either has to stay there, it can't go down, it has to either come on h4.
Okay.
And now suppose if king comes to h5, g5, then you play h4 check.
Make use of all the pawns. Okay.
Means you are trying to catch the opponent king in the center. And now this king is not able to go on the sixth rank because of the queen.
Yes.
And now he is also not able to stay on the fifth rank because of these pawns.
Yes.
And he has to come on f4.
Okay. Okay.
And now what you do, you try to trap the king in the center, play queen f5 check.
Why not to f6? You played f5.
f6. Yeah, you can play f6 also, but it's always better to give check from as close as possible to give less number of squares.
For the king to move. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And now this king has two square to go, either to g3 or to e3.
Yes.
So now you can play. Now suppose if king goes e3, then you can play rook g1 check.
You're not now that the rook can't capture my queen because you have given check.
Yes,
Okay. So that puzzle we saw, no, we solved one. Not giving the opponent time at all to capture our pieces.
yes.
Okay.
And now your opponent has to block with his own rook.
Yes.
Now you can capture the rook and again give check. Now
Okay.
this king can't go to the f file because of the queen.
Yes.
It can't go to
Can't.
the h file because of the rook. So he has to capture your rook.
Yes.
And now you play queen f1 check.
Okay.
Now the king has to go to g3.
Yes.
He can't go to h because of the rook. He can't go to f because of the queen.
Yes.
Now you have two options. Either you can play, if you play rook h3 check, the king will run away and capture this pawn.
Yes.
Now you have to play queen h3 check, giving check at the same time defending this pawn.
Okay. Here again you had two options, no? Like you could have come to f3 also, no?
f3. If you come to f3, the king will say thank you so much. He will capture.
Capture. Ah. That because that rook is there on h. Okay.
There is no one
So
to
I have to
defend on f3.
always keep watching my. That's how I lose my queen, no? Oh my God.
So now you have to go to h3.
Yes, because that rook is there.
Your rook
Yes,
is defending your queen.
defending. Okay.
Now this king can't stay on third rank because of the queen. Can't go to g2 because of the queen. So it has two options. Either he can go on f4 or either he can go on f1, f2.
Yes.
And this
Okay.
we are doing to learn how to keep attacking your opponent king and try to trap him in the center even by sacrificing your piece.
Yes.
So suppose if king goes to g4, f4, then you play rook f1 check.
Okay.
And now this
Controlling this file.
not able to go on f5 because of these two pawns.
Yes.
He is also not able to go to g5 because of this pawn.
Yeah.
And he is also not able to come below because of the queen and the rook.
Oh, wow.
He can only delay the checkmate by one move by blocking the check by bishop f2.
Okay, we'll capture that.
Now you capture the bishop, again give,
Also, yes.
and see how the black king is getting checkmated in the center of the board.
Yes. Not necessarily it should always be in the corner or something. In the center. Yes.
So now this king can't go to any of the squares because of the queen and rook. He can't go up also because of these pawns.
Yes.
So you sacrifice everything to force the opponent king to come into the center. Then your two pieces were enough to checkmate.
Yes.
Sometimes this kind of technique also we use.
And all these pawns are well placed, like D, E, and all this. Okay.
Yes. So now if your opponent plays king f2, Now also you should always try to keep finding the checkmate. You can play, for example, rook h2 check, controlling both third rank and second rank.
Okay.
And now if you now your opponent king has two option, even yes, two option, either e1 or g1.
Yes.
Now if your opponent king goes to g1, what will you do?
Queen. My queen. The queen comes here. Queen on g2. Queen g2. What is happening in g2? You can't capture because of this. Queen g2 checkmate.
Queen g2 checkmate.
This king traveled all the way from 8th rank to first rank.
Yes, we have forced him to travel this.
Travel. Yes.
Now, if this king does not go to g1 and if it goes to e1,
Or if it's giving a check. Then again it will move to F. If I give check from here, the bishop is there. If I give from G3, what is happening? It can't come to this thing. It will come to F. Okay, I can give check from G3, Queen G3 check. But
now
is it checkmate in one? In this position, it's not checkmate in one, no?
no, it's not in one, but you have to but you can checkmate gradually.
Okay.
Now suppose if this king goes to f1,
I don't know. I have to keep a watch on that bishop there. Otherwise, I do blunders.
yes.
Now if I can, yeah. So if I come here, again it will go whenever there. Then down. It is there. Down here.
Now it is checkmate in 2.
Okay.
This is one of the fundamental checkmate pattern that you should be aware.
G2. Then it again goes to queen on G2. Queen G2 on my rook. With my rook I can do. So it will go up. H1. If my rook I can give, and next I can bring my queen. Okay, that can be done. H1, rook H1.
Now tell me the full variation. What will happen after rook h1?
Rook H1. Okay, the king has only the second rank to go. It has to go to F, rook on H1. Okay, so G it can't come. It can come to G. E2, G, then F2, king on E2, king E2.
Yes, then
Then I bring my queen to, and then run there. So I don't want it to run away. So what I should do is, now if I check from here, then if you capture it, if you check from here, it will run away. H2, rook H2.
rook h2
Mm.
is a, yeah, you can play rook h2, and then where the king will go?
King has to come to F1.
Then
F1 to F1. Then I bring my queen. Do I bring my queen to here? And here. I have to be on the right square only. So two, and from here if it goes check.
in this position, there are many different ways to checkmate. So of course that we can do, but in this particular position, it is checkmate in one.
What happened?
So like when you have a position like this where your opponent king is running like this, and you have a queen and rook, or queen and knight, or queen and bishop, then there can be so many different ways to checkmate. So that you will learn gradually. But in this position, when the king is on e2 and it is white to move, it is checkmate in one now straight away. You don't need to play rook h2 even. Find the checkmate in one in this position.
Rook on E1. Rook E1. What is happening? Rook E1. Because my queen is there. Here it can't come to D1 and 2. Yeah, 2. And it can't come down to F1. Okay. Okay, this is the move.
Yeah, rook e1 is straight away checkmate in one.
Checkmate 1. Oh. In one of the games, I was chasing the king all over the board. Oh.
So there are
So
different
it is
ways.
Yes, yes, continuous. Sorry.
Yeah, so there are different ways in this. Like even if you don't want to play rook h1, you can start with queen g2 check.
Okay.
And after g2, king will go to e1. That is the only available square.
Yes.
And when king goes to e1, then you can play queen e2 check.
Okay.
Queen g2,
Yes.
the king can't go to the second file because of the queen.
Yes.
King has to go to e1. Now you have again two different ways. You can simply go to queen e2 checkmate,
Yes.
or you can play rook h1 also.
Rook H1 also. There's quite a few games. Queen Rook H1. Okay.
If you play rook h1, your opponent can delay the checkmate for one move. He can block with bishop g1.
Yes.
And then you have to capture
Capture.
the bishop, then again checkmate.
Again. Yes.
And there are other beautiful ways also. For example, uh, yeah, you play rook h2, he goes there. King e1. So now, okay, you play rook h1, king goes there. Now you can play queen f1 check also. Now the king can't stay on the second file because of the queen and king.
Yes.
It has to go to e3.
Yes.
And now you see king can't go to the f file because of the queen, but king can run away to d4.
Yes.
Now what you can do is, but you have to imagine if is d4 is safe square for black king or not, because after d4 he don't have anywhere to go because this square is protected by this pawn, this square is protected by this pawn, and this square by this pawn.
Oh, even if he goes there, it's quite difficult.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just imagine if you can play rook h3 and your opponent gets very happy that now I'm able to run away by d3. It's a checkmate in one. You can play queen f2.
Okay.
Now it is check and your king, white king, is not able to go anywhere.
Yes. All the pawns are doing a good job. Like, okay. I thought about this, like the king goes off, run away there means gone. Again, I have to think like how I'll give a check. Okay,
Yes,
okay. This
these
one I have to think and calculate
yes.
like
These
if my king goes there, what are the squares available and how it can be attacked.
yes. That's all you have to
Oh,
think in advance.
oh, okay.
Okay, so these are different ways to checkmate and continue your attack. Now, quickly we will revise what all we have discussed today so that you remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I will not tell you anything. I will just ask you what you will reply in this position. So e4, e5. These are some of the beginning moves. We will reach to the important position. Now is the important position where you capture and now your opponent plays d5. Now you start from white.
Yes. Knight capture d5.
Knight capture d5. Okay. And now if your opponent plays bishop e6.
Knight capture f6.
Is it only knight capture on f6 or it is knight capture on
Okay,
f6?
check. Is it?
It is only knight capture on f6 or it comes with a check?
It comes with a check. So I should say knight capture f6 check. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
So knight capture on f6 check. Now if your opponent plays king h8.
H8. I got my queen out. I can queen here. queen, where is it? H5. Queen H5.
Is it queen h5 or queen h5 check?
Oh God. Queen H5 check. Sorry. I
So
have to be careful in it. Queen H5 check.
okay, now king goes to g7, only square available.
Mm, Queen H7. If it goes to Queen H7. Queen H7 checkmate.
Yes, queen h7 is mate.
Checkmate. Yes.
Okay, good. So suppose if you're
This somehow it got into my mind like this was a very wonderful game I was telling, no, those positions.
still there are move left.
Mm,
Now if king doesn't go to h8 but it goes to g7.
what was it? No, the bishop capture. Bill capture on e6. Bishop capture e6.
Wrong move.
Was not the move.
Bishop capture e6 is too early now.
Okay, let me know. What was it? Again, same thing. I think queen on h5. Queen h5.
Queen h5 is also not the move.
Mhm. Mm, yeah, that knight h5. Knight on h5, check.
Yes, that is the move.
That I've got. See, I got. Yes. And this queen capture. Yes, yes, yes. Right.
Now if king goes to g6.
Bishop capture queen. Bishop capture d8.
Now rook a capture on d8.
Yes. Okay. This is of course defended nicely. Now I'll capture the bishop thinking now. And bishop capture e6.
Bishop capture e6. Why now? What is the purpose?
Because I want my queen to come to what is it? Square g4 and give check. But that bishop is there, no, on 6.
Okay.
So I want to capture that. Although I'm sacrificing my own bishop, no, but a
You are
good
not
move.
sacrificing.
Exchange.
Yes.
Yes.
So you are just removing the defender of g4 square so that your queen can come with a check.
Yes.
And
And
when
that
you
white bishop is as it is sitting there. So why not make use of it?
yes.
Okay.
So now you play bishop capture on e5, e6,
Yes.
f capture.
In one of the lessons you taught, no, like that strong pieces, no, what was that? The defender, and if it is becoming strong and not allowing, no.
Yes, yeah,
Beginning classes we have learned.
yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now continue.
The queen, no, and we can come to queen g4 check. Queen g4 check. Yes.
Now king goes to, for example, h7 then.
Seven. What was it? Queen g7 checkmate.
Queen g7 checkmate. Okay. And king goes to h6 then.
6. What was it? No. Oh. mm, Queen captures. Queen capture on e6 check.
Yeah, that is also a good move, but then you will lose your knight and then you have to keep attacking again. That is one way. But right now you can simply castle.
Castle was there. Yes, this I forgot. So this was very important. Okay,
Yes, because your king will be more safer and you can think of attack now.
think of attacking. Yes.
You should not give your
Now,
opponent any chance.
yes.
Okay, now we saw that your opponent capture on f2, but suppose if your opponent plays rook g8, then
I'll capture that pawn and give check now. Queen captured 6 e6.
queen capture e6, king capture on
This
h5.
will, if I don't want to lose my knight and want to save my queen also, can it be done? Mm, Queen on h4.
Yes, you can play h4 or h3, both are fine.
H.
You can play either h4 or h3, both are fine. Both from both square you are defending your knight.
Yeah, why I moved to h4 was one more reason. Like, okay, that rook may not attack this g2 pawn, no? Then I can capture, then again this rook knight. Okay, so both I can. Okay.
And now you are ready to just move your knight away and discover check.
Yes.
Now suppose if your opponent is not careful and if he play for example knight d4, what will you do?
Knight on f6,
What is
serving two purpose. One is it's giving discovered check,
okay?
and of course knight is attacking that rook on g. Yes,
Yes. So
this move was quite good.
this is how you attack knight f6 check.
No, no, for what reason you said if this one, no? The knight moved to d4.
No, this is just like that. Your opponent did not have any good move.
It's okay.
So now the king has to go somewhere and then you simply capture the rook.
Yes. And this queen can capture that the other rook also.
When this king captures, then you capture the other rook.
This one, yes. It's a check.
Yes. So in today's class, we learned how to, when you sacrifice a piece, we should not get relaxed and keep attacking, but we have to calculate very precisely,
Yes.
not giving our opponent any chance. So next time, whenever you sacrifice your knight on g4, always remember this knight should try to reach on d5.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
And from d5, this knight will be attacking this knight.
Yes.
And
Generally, after this position, no, some of the players they bring the other knight between the queen, like it comes to e7, the other knight from c, it comes
if
here.
if this go to e7, then there is no one to defend this knight.
Then also take it and give check, both ways.
Now you don't need even this knight. You can simply capture with your bishop.
Okay.
And now if the now this knight is pinned because this bishop is there.
Yes.
And now suppose if your opponent is not careful, if he play any random moves, then what will you do? It's checkmate in two. Or your opponent will lose so much material. Yes, it is checkmate in two.
Two. Bring my queen to h5. Queen on h5. What is happening? Queen h5. And if it h5, if it comes, yeah, bishop will take one here. And then we take this. So you can't capture. Here.
Okay, I will quickly show you because then at 5 you also have a class. So you can go to Queen H5.
Okay.
Now idea is you want to give checkmate from H8
Yes.
because your bishop is protecting.
Okay.
And to protect this H8 square, your opponent can play knight G6.
Okay.
Now if you go Queen H8, this knight will capture.
Yes.
But now is the beautiful move that will give shock to your opponent. And that move is queen capture on G6.
Oh, that pawn can't capture because it is this bishop is here. Yes. Okay.
And it is checkmate in one. This king can't go anywhere. That is why this is a beautiful checkmate.
Yes. My favorite bishops.
This bishop is sometimes does this job because of this pawn. Whenever your opponent plays any piece there, you can simply capture because this pawn will be not able to capture.
Yes.
Always remember these kind of positions.
Yes.
Okay, so we will end our class on this position, and then in next class we will continue with the opening ideas, and then when that session is done, then we will focus on end games.
Yes. Yes.
And I will keep looking your games whenever something comes up like this. We will finish that topic also. Like today, we finish how to continue the attack after sacrificing your knight.
Yes.
So based on the nature of your game, we will keep selecting the topic that you
Yeah.
making use of in your game.
Yes. That's right.
Okay, so